After the ball is over, after the skein is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 542. Today is Tuesday, February 21st, 2023, as we are recording.
2023?
2023.
Oh, okay.
Is as we are recording.
I meant 23rd, excuse me. Today's the 21st.
Okay.
Oh, you said the 23rd.
Okay, I don't know what
I don't know what to do. You probably were right. I just didn't think.
Today is Tuesday, February 21st, 2023, as we are recording. It is Shrove Tuesday, day before Lent, so, you know, whatever you want to call this. People call it Fat Tuesday. I don't know. Okay, so anyway, happy Shrove Tuesday. This is episode 542. We want to, my name is Marlisha, also known as Lady Frenico.
And I'm Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
I want to welcome you to the Fun in the Woman Cave. Let's see here. We do want to welcome all new and returning viewers. If you're new, we're glad you found us. If you are returning, we hope you see something that you enjoy and that you will come back. And if you are in the shadows, either new or returning, please feel free, if you want to tap the little bell to get notifications and hit the little subscribe button so that you can get, so that you know when we, put things up and you're officially a part of the group. If you want to take part in the alongs and giveaways and camaraderie and all that kind of stuff, that happens in our home group, which is phnpodcast.freeforums.net, and that's in the little description box below the video, along with everything else that we talk about. It's down there. Okay. How many projects do you have?
I think it's 5.
So do I.
Okay. I was just looking for this color because I usually like to tell people I need to start taking a note on it. Let's use this one. I believe this one is Rhapsody Red. Let's see. That one's too dark. This might be it. No, this one's it.
What are you talking
I'm trying to find the actual color name.
Of what? Oh, okay.
Because,
but we're not doing that yet. We need to get started in terms of who we're...
Well, usually I show... I think this one's Rhapsody Red, guys, but I'm not sure. I'll look later when Mom goes through the business. My tea...
Well, I've got 5 and 1 FO, but it's a small FO, so you're going to have to go first.
Oh, okay. But your FO will have to go first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In my Jane Austen mug, which is by Unemployed Philosophers?
Something like that.
Something like that. Unemployed Philosophers Guild.
Mm-hmm. That's where my Sherlock mug is from.
And that's also where my Kings and Queens of England mug is from. I have in here Lapsang Souchong. And I also have the second half of that in my Yeti.
Now, in my Adagio
like
Forest Creatures All the Owls mug is this an Adagio mug?
It's not all the owls, it's one owl.
All the owls. And in this I have, it's a fandom blend that was given to me for my birthday. I will give her first name only. Her name is Cassidy. And this is what it is. It's a chocolate vanilla swirl. And I think this would make a really good lot because it's very strong. I can barely taste the chocolate. It was more strong at first. I think if I put in a little almond milk with the sugar, it'll really bring everything out. It's really good. It's very good. Do you want to taste it? You might want to stir it a little bit. What?
I don't care for that.
Why not? What do you think?
I don't know. I just don't like it.
What does it taste like to you?
Is there rooibos in that?
Mm-mm.
I don't know what I don't like about it.
It's a very strong black
I don't
tea.
like the smell.
It smells like black tea. To me, it's got oolong as the leading ingredient in this, but it tastes like a black tea.
You see, I don't know what it is I don't like about it. And it might be following my lapsing souchong, which I really do like.
Yeah.
It might be just a
And also the sugar we had.
Yeah, but I mean,
this, I thought I was going to like it a little better than I do, but it's not bad. I can drink it, and I think it would make a really good lat.
well, I mean, lot, yeah. I'm sure that if you actually, like you said, tried it with milk.
And this is a little heavier on the black tea than I'd like to. I'm surprised because it led with oolong, and I really like oolong tea. But anyway, it's not bad. It's not a bad tea, and it was a gift, and I really appreciate it. And like I said, next time I'll put almond milk in it. Okay. Anything else you want to say about your tea or anything?
No. Once you don't go into your business, I should have this figured out.
All right, the alongs we have going on at this particular point in time. We have the PHN Movie Night MakeAlong 2023. We have changed it from the Cal Laos because we have opened it up to a couple more crafts. So it is a MakeAlong, and this is a year-long one. I won't go through all the things because it's not the beginning of the month. I will say that it runs January 1st through December 31st of 2023. Midnight, when you hit 2024, it's over, okay? Projects must be knit, loom knit, crocheted, woven, or paper crafts such as journaling, origami, card making, etc. We have the featured patterns and featured yarns are always the same, unless we say otherwise. Anything by Lady Vertical Creations, anything by Franciscan Gypsy Designs, and anything by Lollipop Girl Creations, I think is her shop now for Laura Concert.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't know if she's fully set up on her website yet.
I don't know. But she's got, patterns and yarn and the whole 9 yards. She's got all kinds of stuff. Okay, and for this particular along, it has to have and reflect the theme of movies, the whole movie experience. And we mean movies when you go to the theater or the cinema or the drive-in or something like that. And it can be food, movies, actors, whatever. As long as it's a movie theater experience, okay? The PHN Ready, Set, Go Make-Along is... Oh, and the hashtag for the other one was... let me see if I can find it. Hashtag Movie Night 2023 on Instagram. The PHN Ready, Set, Go Make-Along is a quarterly along. So that means it only goes from January through March. So that once we hit April, it's done. And this... and I mean Eastern Standard Time, midnight is what we're talking about. But, I had a few hours grace here and there.
Right.
But don't bet on that if you want to get things in, okay? And the thing for this one is that nothing can be started before January 1st of this year, okay? Because this is making all the things, new things. This is starting all the things. So no previous whips that are December 31st, 2022 or previous, okay? It has to be January 1st, 2023 onward. That's new stuff, okay? The hashtag for this is PHN Ready, Set, Go 2023 on Instagram. The featured yarns and featured patterns are the same. You guys, if you want to know, how you get 2 chances at a prize versus 3 chances at a prize, it's all in the descriptions in the PHN home group, okay? Because that's where you have to post your pictures anyway. And if anybody's interested in getting into the PHN home group and you can't figure it out, just let us know. We'll figure out how to get you there.
Yeah, we'll
okay?
try to help you.
Okay. All right. So that takes care of that.
I think this is Ready, Set, Run, but I'm not sure. I'll have to write it down in the future.
It doesn't look as pretty as I get. Probably does over there than here.
Yeah, it's because this is the more orangey screen.
Yeah.
This is actually a pretty pure red.
Yeah, it is.
And so it's not on the darker end. It's not on the more orangey end. It's pretty much the scarlet, even though that's not what it's called.
Is this match my thing here?
Well, this is a darker red.
No, this one, the thing on top.
No, it's about the same color, Mom.
No, this is not.
Oh, no, it doesn't match this. This one's almost got more of a
pink.
Yeah,
it's very mauve-y.
Mauve, maroon kind of thing going on here. No, this is like scarlet red. This matches more of like what's on this bag
close,
here.
Yeah, pretty close.
Which is a pretty pure red.
Yep. Okay.
So, unless you have anything else for business, that means I go.
You start, yep.
Okay, so in my Knit for Brains Actually, no, I don't want to do this one first. I want to do that one last.
But why do you put it in timeout for last?
Because it deserves it.
Or is it because, as Davina says, you're saving the best for last?
In my Sew Shed USA Flynn Chameleons bag, this is my, I believe I called this Tinseltown Socks. And it is the dandelion pattern. I believe this is a patron only pattern of K.F. Jones from Baker Bear's fame. Because I haven't seen it on Lovecraft's when I last looked.
What's it called again?
Dandelion.
Dandelion.
I think it was one of her early ones that she put on Patreon. I've had this for a while. So, if I had this with a bigger stripe, it would probably show more. I'm using West Yorkshire spinners. The colorway, that's the contrast color.
Sparkly West Yorkshire spinners.
Juniper is a contrast color. Oh, here we go. Vintage tinsel.
Did I get you that one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
because I know you had that nice lady who got so much for you.
Yes, I'm trying to finish the West Yorkshire spinners I have on the needle so I can start one of hers.
Because they're pretty.
They are pretty. So, there's this one so far. If I had a longer stripe pattern, you'd be able to see better. It gets its little dandelion pattern at the stripe change. So once you hit the stripe change, you have 2 rows of a pattern, and then you just knit until you hit the next color change.
I bet that would be really pretty in a plain too, so you could actually see really well.
Well, the problem with the plains, you can't. You just have to like decide this many rows for the because it's supposed to be with the color change. Is what makes it cool.
It's meant to be colored.
It's meant to be striped.
Okay, gotcha.
So if I had a longer striping pattern, also this is dark anyway.
Yeah.
But if I had a lighter color, if I had something more like my watermelon ones, not your neon watermelon, my striped watermelon ones, then that would be good for that. One of the gobstoppers, like one of Davina's gobstopper. Maybe I'll do this pattern, Davina's gobstopper, because it'd be kind of cool to see it in something with a bigger stripe.
Right, and a little lighter.
Because you really can't tell. Plus, the sparkles what gets the attention.
It's pretty nice sparkle.
This is a good sparkle to it. So yeah, this is my.
It's all about the bling bling.
It is. I think this is. At least I don't think I have another sparkle West Yorkshire spinners. I think this is my first and only, but I'm not sure.
I think I got that because you wanted to make something for Christmas.
Well, you wanted to grab. You grabbed from the lady the Christmas colors. This was a Christmas gift, but you knew for sure I didn't have Christmas, so you got me this one. No, you got me this, and then a couple non-Christmas ones. She was almost cleared out. That's what it was, because this was the first Christmas that I got West Yorkshire spinners. You got me other Christmas colors, I think, at other points. Or I can't remember. I know the one lady. I'm assuming it's a lady. My
benefactor.
Benefactor, who I don't know who it is, who was sweet enough to get me 2 different kits of West Yorkshire spinners. I know one of them was Christmas, and I think the other one was birds, if I remember correctly. They're all in my little hangy thing is almost it's like more than half West Yorkshire spinners. Is like something for shoes. I mean, I have other yarns in there. I think I have Laura's in there, but
you had some of mine in there for a while.
Well, I think I've knit with them.
Mine's full of bare yarn.
And also, the heavier weights moved from there because I needed more room for the fingering weight. And the fingering weight can share a pocket if they need to.
Sometimes you can put as many as 3 in there.
Yeah, it all depends. But yes, that is it for me.
Okay. In my Knitting's My Bag, Angel's Bag, I did do a little bit of work on this during the week. I thought I would be able to change colors, but I'm not quite there yet because it's long rows now. This is my scrap shawl pattern. My scrap shawl from, let's see, this is called the Film Noir Shawl from the Scrap Shawl pattern by Anastasia Sattel. And you can see that bottom row has gotten quite large now. So I'm going to be changing colors. This is getting, I mean, I could stop this at any point.
Right, but is that kind of pattern.
I want it to be really a good size. I wore my silver outfit the other day. I was like, I want my shawl. But it's getting there. It's actually quite large. And I really like the way it's turning out because I don't see it like this when I'm working on it. So this gives me a good perspective on what it looks like.
Mm-hmm. Now
And-
remember, of course, that this screen is more orange. The more.
Well, I'm just talking about the general, the way it's playing together.
right.
So yeah, this is for the most part Miss Babs. I think there's some dragonfly in here as well, and it's working up really well. This is DK weight yarns that I'm using for the most part because Yowza is a DK, and I just kind of
DK light worsted.
I like working with DK. It's probably my favorite yarn to work with.
Well,
Yeah.
it's the one that I feel like can
It's
be
most
used for
versatile.
more things. Yeah.
The most versatile. But that's all I have to say about that.
Okay, so in my next,
I have to do something that keeps stopping on me before I want it to stop.
in my blue puzzle pieces bag, this is a Kiki Boo Bags. This is my it's basically an afterthought everything sock. I don't think that's what the pattern's called. It's
is a-
more of a recipe.
There is a pattern called the after.
Oh, there is. I looked at it. I didn't want it because it required more thought. It wasn't
really?
just knit to the end, and
I thought it was.
it required measuring. I didn't want to have to measure.
Okay,
I
gotcha.
didn't want to have to. This one, I don't have to place anything until I'm ready to cut.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to knit the full skein and decide after I'm done what to do.
Right.
Because the whole point of this was not to have to think at all.
Thinking is bad.
Well, this was supposed to be my surgery
Yeah,
project.
yeah.
And this has become, just kind of my I really can't think project. Because it really is just around and around and around to the ball finishes. Because,
I should put that on and then give it to you to close up for me.
what?
It was just round and round and round. I should just.
Oh, but you'd have to use either Magic Loop
Yeah.
or DPNs.
Yeah.
That's the problem for you.
Magic Loop is probably a better idea for me.
Yes, probably. Not to mention, I think that even though I do knit with DPNs for socks, I've kind of, and I go back and forth whether or not I want to do them more
Mine-
Magic Loop. I'm moving more Magic Loop lately.
I know that some people do 2 sets of circulars.
I did that for a little while, but I kept forgetting, and I would drop my second circular because I didn't just automatically end up Magic Looping.
Right.
So I stopped doing it. Not to mention, you need more needles.
And I look at the people who do the little, 9-inch. I have a pair of 9-inch.
Oh, that
And I think it would hurt my hands.
and also, I feel like it stretches it more.
You think so?
Well, unless we don't have particularly wide feet, Mom.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have any point where it's decreasing more, decreasing down smaller than 9 inches, it's going to stretch.
Mm.
And you're not going to have the longer courage to pull through for Magic Loop when it does that.
I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about, but that's okay. Because I haven't done that, so I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Well, just think about it. 9 inches. If this is 9-inch cord and you have an 8-inch foot,
Yeah.
it's going to be too long of a cord for the amount of circumference that you need. So it's going to stretch. But this is, like I said, this is an afterthought sock. This is a this is a gobstopper. I'm trying to remember the person who does.
Excuse me.
What was he? No, it's not Lemonade Shop. I think it's in my other bag because I think I have it in there. I'll say the name of the person who does the coloring or does the dyeing when I pull out another project with her yarn. But I picked this up because I fell in love with the watermelon seeds in this.
It's cute.
And this is one I've had a while. I used it initially for a hat for Davina. Probably Diana's hat because I didn't have the Davina's hat designed at that point.
Davina loves that Davina's hat.
Yeah, I need to knit her more of those. But right now, if I'm using fingering weight yarn, it's not going towards her hat because she has enough hats, whereas I actually need socks.
I didn't realize it was a fingering weight hat.
Davina prefers the fingering weight hats, which is why I designed it fingering weight. Diana's hat actually is...
It's DK, isn't it? Or sport?
I can't remember. Because I've done it with anything from worsted to fingering. So I've made it whatever I want it to be without changing stitch count. So I can't remember what it's actually supposed to be. But Davina prefers the fingering weight hat, so that's what I designed her hat to be. But yeah, this is a really pretty watermelon. It's fun seeing this next to Mom's neon watermelon, which is also in a pair of afterthoughts. Well, no, I can't remember if yours is in a pair of afterthought or just a pair of normal.
I don't know.
I don't remember. But regardless. And then I have the black cuff. Then it's going to be heels and toes. Because I don't want to break up my stripe.
Right.
That's the whole point, anyway.
I need to have you look at my outfit to see what it's talking about, because right now I'm not getting any.
Oh, yeah, it's probably what it was doing in the past, where you just have to reconnect it. I've had it happen before. There you go.
Okay, so
I think you've had it happen before.
Yeah, but it seems a little different. It's asking me for things. I'm not sure. I don't know why it just doesn't leave things alone. Okay, in my B-Wing country bag that B-Wing gave to me, Brittany, thank you. I love this bag. Is my Country Roads blanket project from the Jelly Roll blanket pattern from KF Jones. And I've kind of tangled up here, but I'm still in the same color because I didn't work much on this. And it's not because I didn't want to, it's just I didn't do it. I want to get this a little bit bigger before I switch colors. I think this yarn is a little lighter weight than some of the other ones because I have to stretch it a little bit.
Well, once it's, attached to something else and has a border, you're not going to hardly notice.
This looks like it's probably one of Heidi's yarns.
Yes, it's probably...
and Heidi is Undead yarn.
Yes, I know I knit with that fairly recently. I can't remember which one that
It's really pretty.
was, because...
I don't think this is one of her autism awareness.
No, it's not. I can't remember the name of that.
But it's very pretty. It's kind of muted. It reminds me of Easter, actually.
It honestly probably is a what's it called? Not pot.
Roadkill?
It probably is roadkill.
This is very soft, actually. I remember when we first started with Heidi, some of her bases were really kind of rough, but this one's soft.
Well, that is her nylon.
Okay, but I always just did.
Well, no, not when we started. We just got a plain worsted because we used it for toys, so it was a rougher worsted.
I still just got. I always got.
We didn't know at that point.
Her worsted might not have had nylon.
And that was the rougher one we used to start with. Yeah. At that point, we didn't know.
She got rid of that base.
She got
rid of that
did.
Base. She has some very nice yarns in there.
Yes,
but yeah, so this is I'm still in the same color, but I did some work on it, so not really a whole lot I had to say. This I need to go in and cut all these. One of these days I'm going to come on the podcast and all the ends are going to be cut off and you guys are going to all have a collective heart attack. Just like, oh my gosh, she actually cut the ends. I should maybe not do it until I join up the the next section. I make sure that Allison is sitting down.
Because will that ever?
I don't know. Well, it's saying.
Well, you can't really join up. I mean, you can join up the section. The ends aren't woven in, but it'd be more convenient if your ends are woven in.
Let's get what I was going to say. It says something that I'm actually continuing with this at all. Mm-hmm. It gives me the feeling of having squares without having to do squares.
Well, right now all you're doing is basically knitting a scarf. Mm-hmm. So, we will know for sure if this is going to be something that you're going to continue with when you pick up the stitches. Mm-hmm. Honestly, the mitered square is a lot simpler.
I tried the mitered square and
you didn't even try to pick up the stitches.
Well, I couldn't get past the mitered square. And I might try the mitered square again.
I think that you got a roadblock with the idea of having to pick up stitches.
And I might go back and try that again. Even
because it's not going to be real squares because they're all connected just like this, except there's fewer stitches to pick up at a time.
Yeah, I'll have to see I have to figure out what the best size is for me for those squares. Because I don't like the real small ones. They don't seem to go anywhere very fast. But I don't want the real big ones because then they don't seem to get anywhere fast.
Right. Yeah. I know the one I had a size that I liked. I actually wrote down in my notes the different, counts of the different sizes that I had.
It has to be an odd number, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
because it has to have that middle
Yes.
stitch. And I did the square just fine. I finished the square.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It was,
Right.
for you, it was picking up the stitches. I think instead of picking up the stitches, you decided you would just make a bunch and connect them because you were afraid of picking up the stitches.
I wouldn't have tried to connect knitted ones.
I'm not sure why you... I know that it probably was because you were afraid of picking up the stitches, because if you finished the square, it wasn't a square problem. It was a picking up the stitches problem.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to see what it was that was the issue, because actually I like the way it looks better.
Well, honestly, to me, that makes more sense with the way, with your tendency to get a bit intimidated by trying something new, having to pick up stitches for a smaller area makes sense to me.
I have to qualify that. I'm not intimidated
For
by
knitting.
this- for knitting, yeah.
For knitting. With your intimidation for trying something new for knitting, having to pick up stitches over a smaller area makes more sense to me. And I think that if you find that you liked it, you might find that you would prefer to take out what you have there and put it in the mitered square.
I wouldn't know how to begin to take this out.
If you haven't woven anything in, it's easy.
Yeah.
You just...
Then Laura won't get her scarf.
I think that if you were to take one of your little skeins and try and learn how to connect there, because I have a feeling you're going to find, because this, I believe, is going to have you pick up, then knit some, pick up, then knit some, which might actually be a little bit more intimidating for you than just picking up around the square.
And we'll see what happens.
So I'd like to see you maybe take a couple of your skeins from that and try the other first.
I don't have. I think I must have her miter square thing.
If not, I do.
I wrote it down because I don't have access to her video anymore. So
Yeah, no, I have that, and then I have my notes for how I did it when she only had it as a recipe.
right, and that.
That as a blanket, the way it was.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, the bits and
'Cause you-
bobs. Not the bits and bobs. The,
No, it was the same thing. They're both miter squares, but she had miter square.
No, I know. I'm trying to think of the name of the pattern. The one with the thing around it, right?
Right, where you have the 4 squares within. And again, you might find that you like that as well, where you have the 4 squares within, you border it, and then after you do that, you connect the bordered thing. You might find... What I prefer is what I did, which is what she originally had you do, is do the little mitered squares and then just keep going until you decide you were done.
Yeah.
And what's kind of nice about that is you can always choose later, oh, I want this to be wider. Pick up stitches here and then do it all, then
It would be pretty with a crocheted border.
it would be pretty with that. And
But anyway,
it would be fairly easy to pick up too, because of the garter stitch edge. But yeah, no, I think that it would be less intimidating for you myself once you got started. Especially since you don't have to worry about the squares necessarily being all the same size.
Yeah, that was a big problem with the crochet ones. Is my gauge is never the same.
And even though I had a couple squares where one would be a little bit thinner, maybe until I stretched it out, it would be a bit. There's certain ones that aren't quite the same. But because it's such a scrappy thing, and it's all bordered by other squares, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Okay, so next for me is in my Silver Shed USA Christmas ornament bag that Brittany gave me, which is intended for Christmas ornaments, but I haven't felt like knitting those, so it has a sock in here instead. Christmas sock, though.
Got to bring a pen with me out. No.
And I don't have one here. Well, I probably have one in a bag, but these are my Victorian Christmas socks. Here.
Oh, thanks.
I do want it back, though.
Oh, yeah.
And the pattern is this is a designer I like that I found on Lovecrafts. This is Judy Sumner. I think she designed all these patterns for Lorna Laces, and she does sport weight sock patterns, and they're all very beautiful. The socks I called the Peridot socks, that was one of her patterns.
Oh, right. I remember the paradox. That was green, wasn't it?
It was green. It was your yarn.
Yep.
But this is a Victorian scallop,
That's pretty.
and I'm not sure if you could see the scallop very well, but this yarn, it's nomadic yarn, it's not Lemonade Shop. It's nomadic yarn, just like the other 2 gobstoppers I showed. Twisty Sport and this used to be the Harry colorway. She had to change it for copyright reasons. But it's something else. It's something Christmassy now.
It's really pretty.
It is really pretty. I have a pair of socks already in this colorway, but not in a pattern. Other than I think it's the basic pattern I use all the time.
Like vanilla sock of some kind.
Well, not the vanilla sock.
I'm saying of some kind.
No, it was the not just boring boot sock pattern, which I use for just about everything when I don't feel like finding a pattern. But I wanted to do a different pattern. I do have to repair that other pair because it finally popped a hole, you know, after years of abuse, because that was one of my earlier socks. So I feel like it deserves to be repaired. I just haven't gotten around to doing it. But yes, this is working up nicely. You can see where it has that little bit of a scallop pattern. Certain ones have more scallops than the other, but it gives the stripes a little bit of a wavy appearance. And I'm sure it would be quite lovely in a plain yarn too.
You know, it's got enough of a patterning to it.
And I find that her patterns, you know, once you get into the rhythm of things, are quite lovely too.
What's her name again?
This is Judy Sumner.
Oh, I've heard of her, yeah.
Probably from the last time I did her pattern.
Probably. Excuse me.
Because the pattern's name was actually like Diamond something or other.
Oh, yeah?
But I just named it the Paradox Socks because of the color. But yeah. That is this pattern.
Okay, let me just get to this point where I don't lose my stitch marker on this particular pattern here. Let's see, just give me a second here. I like to have more than one stitch, you know.
No, I get that.
Okay, this is okay. This is my Arwen's Hooded Cowl project from the Thorns Hooded Cowl pattern by what was her name?
Oh gosh,
it's not Effinor. That's the
no.
photographer.
It's like Summer or something.
Summer. No, not Summer Sweetheart.
No, it's something
Sunshine.
Summer, something like that.
Something like that. I don't remember. It's in the notes. This is in my Knit for Brains Owl Teapot Bag, and this is from Laura Concert. She gave it to me. Thank you, Laura. And this is my Arwen's Hooded Cowl, as I said, and I'm now starting another set of knits. I just finished the purl while we were talking, so now I'm just doing another.
And I did get a question about the amount of yarn that it uses. Using Miss Babs, it uses, I can't tell you the exact amount.
It uses one and a little, right?
Well, it depends on how, it uses one and some. I can't tell you that's a little necessarily.
Right.
For one thing, it depends on what size hood you decide to do. And for another thing, I really don't think it's a little. It's nowhere near half, but it's more than you would expect.
Well, especially with the longer hood.
Well, even without the longer hood.
Really?
Oh yeah. This thing eats more yarn than you'd expect.
And I think it depends on how long, which one you're doing, because like this one.
Well, no, it definitely depends on which one you're doing.
This one has a long, you can see here that this is going to be longer across here than some of the other ones that just kind of hang.
Yeah.
This one I wanted to do because it had the whole caplet kind of effect.
Right.
This is Miss Babs in the slate blue colorway, which I absolutely love. This actually has nudged my slate out of first place. I really like this color. It reminds me of a Federal Blue, which is a very country color.
Right.
And I really like this. So, and this is, you know, it should have been done probably ages ago, but I'm making progress. This is something that I just have to pay attention as to where I'm at. And I think I have about 6 rounds before I start making the hood. So potentially, if I sit down, I could be at the hood. And I have to go, my husband's got a colonoscopy tomorrow, so I will have to be sitting there, and I can maybe do some work on my projects.
Right.
There.
You might want to bring another one just because I'm not sure if you want to be binding off and counting while
Oh,
you're
no,
there.
I don't. I just want to finish the rows.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring my shawl and this, and I don't want to start the miter squares then necessarily. But, you know, we'll see. I'll bring a couple of projects. I don't know how long I'll be there. Actually, my husband said I had mine last Friday. And so he said I was in and out. But we waited there to get in for about an hour and a half. So, you know, I want to have something to do. When he's there, I can do this. And when he's not there, I might want to read or something.
Right.
But, you know, so that's this. And I could talk about more of that later, but this is very pretty. I really like this color, and I don't want to put it on necessarily because I'll lose my needles, but
Right.
it's very pretty. I'm enjoying this. And I wouldn't mind making this again.
No, this is one that I've made multiple times. And it probably will be one that, it's just nice to have on the needles.
Make a nice charity project too,
Mhm.
because and maybe for that one you make the smaller hood so it's closer to the person's head.
I like the smaller hood anyway.
I like the larger
I
one.
don't care for the way that the larger hood looks on me.
I would put a hat on under it because it doesn't really do anything for your ears when it's larger. But I like the way it looks better and it's a little bit larger. So
I'm not sure why I don't like the way it looks on me. It feels like it's very floppy.
yeah.
And it just isn't a look that I like on myself. Not to mention it doesn't serve the purpose I need it to.
And I might try both of yours on again and see before I really start with the hood.
Right.
To see which one it is I really
Well,
really
I don't
want.
have the other one with the big hood anymore. I ripped the hood.
Yeah, but I can see how the little one looks.
Yes, you can see how the little one looks.
Because I don't like things that cling really close to my head necessarily, that go all the way down like that. Aside from my hat, I do like the beanie hats, but But yeah, so this one, I've been working on this for a while, but I am seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, which is good.
Yay.
I'm not putting a tassel on this. I don't do tassels.
Well, I don't think I've ever put a tassel on this.
No, I don't do tassels. I barely do pom-poms. I don't do tassels.
I've done pom-poms, but I always end up removing the pom-pom.
Well, I've done them, but I never like to have them on there.
Yeah.
I feel like they just...
The only time I've kept a pom-pom after making is I have used it for bunny tails.
Right.
Not for any of my designs, but for other ones.
Well, my husband got me a pom-pom maker, and I used it, and I've got a little orange pom-pom up there, and I want to put eyes on it. It's so cute.
I have those little things where you wrap it, and then you... Okay, just want to make sure we're talking about the same thing.
Well, there are a couple of different kinds.
Yeah, well, the ones I have a 3-set.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's got multiple sizes.
Yeah, I had to find mine, but it's even without any kind of fish, it's got a little personality. It's cute.
Hi.
So yeah, but this is it's we're just waffling.
Yeah.
This is where I'm at. So I guess you could.
So in my plover bird, I'm pretty sure it's plover.
I need to make sure I take Laura's bag with me.
In my plover bird turtles bag.
Hi, Laura.
This is my Crunkled spring socks. The pattern is another KF Jones pattern. Another one of her earlier sock patterns, I believe. Yeah, this is a 20. I didn't realize it was the latest 2020. I thought it was earlier than that, huh? So these are the Crunkled socks. I could have sworn this was earlier than 2020. I know it was earlier than 2020 because I knit these.
Well, not if it says so on there.
She must have updated the pattern.
She might have.
Because I knit these in that brownish color, and I was still working. And I was working at the hospital still.
I don't know.
No, so she must have updated the pattern because I know for an absolute fact that I knit this before that. Unless it was a Patreon pattern at that point.
It could have been, yeah.
And then she released it to everybody else in 2020.
This got very chocolatey at the end.
Oh, well, good. But yeah, so I know for a fact that this was something that I knit a long time ago because I chose this because it made me think of bricks.
Is that the
I feel like this is the one that was inspired by the Railway Children.
Yeah. Oh, I thought. What about the one about the chimneys? That was something different, right?
Oh, you know what? You're right. I'm thinking of the chimneys.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the chimneys. This is similar to the chimneys, and I had cast on the chimneys at the same time I cast on this, but then I was like, oh, these are too similar. I'll do Crunkled. That's what happened. I have knit with it.
I thought you finished the chimneys.
I did a long time ago.
Okay.
In a different color yarn.
Okay.
One of Heidi's.
Yeah.
And it's
It was smoky. Wasn't smoke something, or I forget.
it was an orangey color.
Yeah. I remember them.
But that one popped a hole eventually, and I just didn't. I think it kept popping at one, so I just stopped preparing it. But this one I knit in the owl. That's what happened was I did the Crunkled owl socks.
Oh right, I remember. Yeah.
I actually almost no, those must not be clean because I thought I grabbed those, but I grabbed my finch bullfinch socks instead. But anyway, this is the Crunkled socks, KF Jones. I am using another Wax Yorkshire spinners. This one is another one Mom got me. The main color is spring green. And the contrast color, come here,
Here.
is chocolate lime. And I still don't know why that's called chocolate lime.
There's no brown in it. I get the lime.
I get the lime, I don't get the chocolate part. And I really do love the way that this sock is working up. It's kind of, I'm trying not to pull the needles out because I ran out of things to,
Stoppers.
well, not stoppers. Stoppers are a lot harder with this size of needles.
Well, I'm just calling it in general stoppers so that
I use DPN holders.
yeah, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Something to keep it from stopping,
Um,
from going away.
So, the pattern, what do you do? Oh, thank you. The pattern shows up super nicely. It really pops.
It's really pretty. I like that. You know what it looks like? Scales.
Yes, it does make me think of scales. Like a snake or something.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Or a dinosaur.
or a moss.
No. Scales.
But yeah,
It's more
dragon.
whimsical. Dragon scales. Emerald dragon.
Um,
Oh, emerald dragon socks.
Draco.
That's just another name for dragon.
So instead of calling me dragon in your language, you're
You
going to
can
call me dragon
in my different language. Yes, it is a reference.
And that is a reference to
Dragonheart.
Dragonheart, which is an old movie. You got
Sean Connery and Dennis Quaid.
Was there anyone else who was
Uh,
really known? I know I actually saw the person who plays the young king in something else at one time. It's really weird to see him again.
did he look the same? Because he had such odd features.
I feel like he wasn't quite as odd looking.
I think they played it up.
I think they play up, and I think that he was still in that kind of awkward, gawky-ish
Yeah,
stage.
and it didn't help that he was an obnoxious character.
He was.
I mean, not even obnoxious. He was just bad.
Yeah. Yeah. The mother, I think, was recognizable. I can't remember who she was.
I can't remember who she is, though.
But I feel like I should know who she is.
But Sean Connery and Dennis Quaid. I don't remember the girl either.
Or who played the monk.
He was fun.
He was fun. But I don't think he was anybody who was...
It's kind of a bard coma.
That's right, I forgot he was a bard.
Yeah.
Because he'd be trying to make up songs on the fly or whatever. But yes, I really have enjoyed how this works up. I'll have a few more of the repeats before I think about doing the heel. I kind of am going for a slightly longer leg, I think.
I like the longer legs. I don't like golf socks or shorty socks as much as I like regular socks. And I'm not saying like knee socks necessarily, just, we used to call them anklets. You could fold them over if you wanted to. Or crunch them down.
I don't like the crunch down look. I think that looks just messy.
Depends on what you're wearing it for.
I think it just looks sloppy.
Not when you're at athletics.
I don't know. I just hate...
I like it.
I don't like anything with wrinkles.
Well, that's your own problem.
I can't even stand when you kind of slightly pull out your shirt and it's like I can't do it.
Well, that's you. I don't like that either, but it's just,
Well, I know you tried to get me to do that one point for a shirt where I'm trying to tuck it in. And I just decided
Who?
that you did. I had a shirt.
I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
No, I wouldn't try to do anything.
No, it wasn't like halfway. It was like just a little bit looser.
Oh.
So it ended up, for me in my brain, it looks messy because, even though it doesn't,
It doesn't. It's a style where it hangs. It's not even. You have to do it right. You just can't pull it haphazardly. It has to be done right. But
it just drove me nuts, and I had to just pull it out and just this is a non-tucked in shirt.
that looks sloppy.
Well, no, it was when I could wear that way.
It
I
looks
just
sloppy.
chose to. I was trying a different way of wearing it.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the shirts now for women, you basically can wear them.
Most of them are out. I think because various reasons.
I think it's just for one thing, it's just more convenient.
Well, the thing is that we've lost the sense of professionalism in terms of attire and stuff like that. Because that's not a professional attire being tucked out, unless it's a sweater.
Right, and if you have one the tunic, which a lot of things have become tunic.
I don't know what you mean by tunic.
What I'm wearing now is a tunic.
Right, but that's not usually what people wear to the office. Let's face it, it's not usually what people used to wear that kind of the office. Now, the things that you gave me those.
Well, yeah,
those blouses, those are tailored.
Right, and those are meant to be
out.
Those can't be tucked in.
No,
They look dumb
stupid.
if you do
yeah,
it.
No.
I think that's part of why I went with those shirts is because they were something I could wear out, but still look professional.
Right. Okay, you done?
I am.
Okay. In my PHN 10-year anniversary bag by the lovely Anne Brody Gardner, I think her name is Gardner.
I have no idea, Mom. I think it is, but I'm not sure.
This was one of the last bags she did before she kind of stopped for a while. I think she's back up again now, but she did an excellent job because she knows us really well. She's been with us forever, or we've been with her forever,
Yeah.
and so it's just like she did a fantastic job on this. And I think this is her extra large, I want to say. Large or extra large, I forget which one this is. Because I think I have the extra large and the large, and you have the medium and the extra large.
Yeah, I think you're right because her small is.
It's very small. It's almost a notions bag.
Yeah.
This is.
Her small is. Hang on.
I have a small one.
I have a small one right here. This one over here is a small.
Here. Whoops. Well, that's bigger than a notions bag.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's her small.
Yeah. She has one that's like about half this size, if I remember correctly. A really small one. It's a notions bag.
This is her small.
Yeah. No, I'm saying she has a bag that's smaller.
Yeah.
I think it's a notions.
I think
pouch.
it's actually a notions.
Her notions.
I have a bigger notions pouch of hers.
She has a couple sizes of notion bags, or she used to anyway, and some of them are quite big.
Well, the big one, because I own one. Actually, I owned a couple of them. It's about that size. So it's about a little more than half of this one because I use it for stitch markers.
Because I forget what my bag is that we traded. I had one. I think it's this size.
Yes, it's this size. It was an orange one with peanuts on it.
That was the one I won.
And I was like, "You're not using that for anything. I'll trade you an Avengers one."
Which I wanted, yeah.
And because I had 2 Avengers style ones. And so I traded you an Avengers for the small orange. Because I think it was the same size.
Yeah, they were the same size as up there.
And I didn't have an orange bag, and I really liked it.
Because sometimes I'll slip this part of it over my wrist, and I'll carry it with me when I walk. Now, what I have in this bag, long way around, is my Strawberry Shortcake Baby Blanket project from the Cerebel Scarf pattern by Anastasia Sattel. And if you guys have been with us for any length of time, you know I make everything out of this pattern. Anything that I can figure out what it is. This is I made a little bit of progress on this. I have to make sure I don't make a mistake because this yarn, this particular incarnation of ice yarn is very fuzzy. And if you make a mistake, it's nearly impossible to back it up. So I have to be very careful what I'm doing. But it is very pretty and it's very soft. I just won't use this particular base again because it's just like it catches on if I have a little dry skin, it catches on my skin and all that kind of stuff. But it's very nice and it's very pleasant to work with in terms of it's very soft. And I think it'll make a very nice baby blanket. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
So my last one is in my Knit for Brains Teapots bag. The bag is from Laura Concert, and the project is the Balance hooded cow. This is a repair, which is
it's not even really a repair. It's an
edit.
Yeah, an edit. Yeah,
which is why I have the crunkled yarn because I took out the large hood and I'm doing the hood size I like.
I love that color.
I do too. I had actually ripped out a shawl that I wasn't wearing.
It was a Wayet, wasn't it?
It was a Wayet. Because I really don't wear the Wayets.
Yeah, I have to think about what I'm going to do with my Wayet shawl because I do like the one that I made. I think I got rid of the other one, but the greenish one, I do like that one, so I probably will keep that one.
Well, if you wear it under a coat as sort of a scarf,
Yeah.
which is the way I used to wear it when I went to work.
Well, and I used to wear it. We used to wear that to the fiber festivals because it didn't get in the way.
Yeah.
And it was easy to layer.
Yeah, but for me, it's just more useful to have a hood than it is to have a shawl that I won't really use. So yeah, I have started work on the hood, and yeah, not very far along with that, but it has started.
I need to find. I don't even know. I'm gonna have to go through my notes and see if I can find it. Early on, you know that blue and purple kind of a caplet kind of thing I wear sometimes when especially at the when we went HFI retreats and stuff. It was kind of like a crocheted and it's blues and purples and stuff like that, and it was
Maybe.
I wish I could remember. I can't remember the name because I'd like to make another one of those.
I don't know the name of the pattern.
I don't remember the name of the pattern. It's a crochet pattern, and I really like the way that it turned out, and it settles really nice on the shoulders, and it doesn't look like dated or anything. It's really pretty.
Do you still have your project notes? Did you save any of those?
I have all my show notes. So everything on the show notes has, especially the early ones was, ad nauseum, with the needles and the hooks.
Depending on when you made it, you might.
I made it early.
Yeah, so you probably have all the notes for it.
It's just a matter of finding it. I'm just not sure what it was called.
Right.
But it was really pretty. But anyway, I don't know where I went with that. But,
I don't know.
Anyway, I showed this one, so it's your turn.
I just finished.
Oh, okay, it's my turn. I have one more to show. Hold on. Let me just find my... There it is. And I'm hoping that this will use the majority of this yarn. So that I might, if I don't finish it, I might, give some of it away.
Mm-hmm.
As a prize.
Right. Because not everybody
has my aversion to having things that stick.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it's evidenced by the fact that there's people who love mohair.
Yeah. But I have to say that I do really like the yarn. It's very, very soft, and it's very...
Well, it's going to be very nice for a baby. Just one of those nice cuddly.
In my Kiki Boo Owl's bag, I did start my hat again. Working on my hat here. So, let's see here.
I found your hook thing.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, where did that come from?
Sorry. It was on the couch here.
Here?
Yeah.
What am I here for?
Because I was printing something, I can't remember what it was for. But I came back here and I was like, what?
I'm not very far on this, but you can see the making a baby hat. So, that takes care of that. Okay. I'm not sure what the yarn is. I think it's that Lion Brand Heritage or whatever it's called. This is that Lion Brand, I think.
Yeah, it looks like one of the Heritage ones.
Yeah. So that takes care of that. I'm sorry if I didn't show you. Let's see. It's a really pretty color.
It is a very pretty.
I think it's called Tide Pool or something like that. I don't know.
They have pretty colors.
They do.
I don't have any graphic novel.
Graphic novel? What's graphic novel?
Journaling.
Okay, we still have to do our FOs.
Yeah, I was just making sure I got that out of the way.
Okay, let me do my FO because mine is small. Okay. Since I started a new hat, you probably had an idea that I finished the old one. So here it is. Little baby hat to go to the pregnancy center. I tried a different cast off this time because I couldn't remember how to do it. So I went on YouTube and found a cast off. And it was a little different. It was one where you skip every peg.
Uh-huh.
It's like you make it so that when you go around the circle, you make it so that every other peg is blank.
Oh, okay.
And then you go around with the yarn 1.5 times. I did a little more than that. And then you thread it, and then when you take everything off, and you just pull it shut.
Okay.
And it was a lot easier than some of the stuff I've been doing.
Okay.
I have to do it again. I saved the tutorial. And I started the new one with that tutorial as well. So.
Was it one of the ones that you found on Rumble?
No.
Okay. Oh, by the way, we are making the, we're not moving over there. We're having our videos both on YouTube and Rumble. We're still in the process of syncing. And because we have so many videos, it's going to be, they said it could be weeks.
Yeah. Weeks?
Yeah, they said days to weeks depending on how much.
Well, will they just do it? They don't do them a little at a time then? Okay, so.
No, it's like, it looks like, from what I've been looking at, because it says they're all pending, right now. So I guess they must all at one time.
Yeah. So we'll be on Rumble as well as YouTube.
It's just going to take a while because we have so many videos.
Right. So we wanted to branch out just a little bit. So this is...
Sorry, I might be overwhelming their server.
Crash! Crash, bang, smash them up.
But,
So I take care of that. I'm all done with my FOs. You say, sure.
Yes.
Show your FO.
So, you would probably guess because I showed the red. Laura's hooded cowl is thinny.
Is that the big one? It had a big hood?
I didn't make a big hood. Small.
It's a small hood?
Yeah. Now, remember, this is a heavier weight. So, it's going to fall differently. Or it's going to feel different.
Oh, yeah. I remember trying this on last time, but...
So...
See, this is what I was talking about. See, this falls here. The one I'm doing goes around the shoulders and doesn't have quite this. It's like,
Yeah, I don't ever wear it like that. Or hardly ever wear it like that.
Davina wears hers sometimes like this.
Well, I think I made the. Oh no, I did
This
the
is
lace
cute.
one for
Maybe
it.
I'll make it. Maybe I'll make it this way.
It is very. Isn't it cute?
It is cute. Let's see.
Because then, if you didn't want it on your shoulders at all, you have this kind of.
It's really cute. I haven't quite decided. I might make it this size. We'll see. But like you said, this is a heavier weight.
Although, I'll have to show you the way you don't even have it pulled all the way. You have quite a bit of...
Pulled what?
You have quite a bit of hood left back here. In a very medievally type look.
That's why I like the medieval.
So you have plenty of room.
That's cute.
Yeah, no, it's a really cute...
I might have to make this one.
Yeah, this one's the same one as my red one. I've made this one a couple times. Because I really enjoy this kind of accordion.
It's pretty.
It keeps me interested.
Are these pearls here where it's sticking out?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
So you have big swaths of pearls alternating with big swaths of knit, and this is a free pattern.
Very nice. Yes, it is. And like we said, if you can find it, do so before she wakes up and says, I'm doing a lot of work here. I need to charge for this.
Or I did a lot of work here.
Yeah, she absolutely fabulous.
So
and very generous.
This will...
Essentially you get, what, 4 patterns? 5?
4 or 5.
4 or 5 patterns for free.
I think it's 4. So this will be going off to Laura. I finally have gotten it finished.
Okay. All right, so that takes care of that. I don't have any graphic novel. We do have royalties.
You have royalties. Oh, I forgot to bring Brittany's card.
That's okay, I've got mine.
Brittany gave me a very lovely Valentine's Day card. I meant to bring it over here, but I forgot.
I have mine. I don't know if I thanked you in.
I know I didn't remember to, or I figured I was just going to do it on the podcast.
Yeah, let me see if I can find that first, because it's going to get lost in my stuff here. Otherwise, I made sure I put it in here, and I'm not sure what I showed of this stuff. Here's the card, so you get an idea of what she sent Talia. I think Talia yours was bunnies.
Mine was bunnies.
It says, "God bless," and let's see. Okay, this is not overly personal. I'm going to show you what's inside of it. She got my phrase. Can you see that? Those of you who know me for any length of time can see my phrase there. And it's just a beautiful, she has the little owls. And what I'm going to do, Brittany, because I don't want to cut it like that, I'm going to probably cut it here and put them like
whereas I'm just
catty corner to each other.
I'm just going to paste the back and have it so I can flip it open.
Yeah,
I've done something like that a couple of times.
I want this to be seen in its entirety.
Mm-hmm.
The other one she gave me, the owl, is going to be just pasted in whole. But this one, I want her to see this and this kind of, like one here and one here.
I mean, it will be seen in whole. It's just that you can open it.
I don't want it to be open this one. I want to see it when I open up the page.
Mm-hmm.
But this is, and I might change my mind. But she does beautiful work, and I would love to know where she got this strip with the sayings on it. With God, all things are possible. Because I'm sure it's not just only this. It's probably got other sayings.
Oh, yeah, probably.
And I need to know where she got that. So, Brittany, if you ever had the chance, if you could tell me where you got this and whether it's got more phrases or just this phrase, I'd be very interested in knowing. This is very nice. Thank you very much. Now, my husband got me some stuff. My husband. What are we doing for Valentine's Day, sweetheart? Nothing. Okay. I get up on Valentine's morning and I have this bag of stuff. Okay. He got me I don't know how you call, they're not really workout pants. I guess you maybe call them
lounge pants.
Lounge pants, a nice blue sweater that goes really well with it. I wore it with a skirt, but
yeah, the sweater's too nice for the pants.
I'm not sure. Let's see, because it's a very silky pair of pants.
Mm-hmm.
But and then he got me this book, which I had on my Christmas and birthday list, and I put it way down because my husband's like, well, you haven't been doing a lot of this stuff. But I love this series. And this is the favorite.
What is it in the corner? Is that chipmunk?
I thought it was a chipmunk, but it's a hamster.
Oh, okay.
This
that makes sense.
Zumagurumi, I have, I think, the first 6 or 7 books, and this is the favorites. So I have a few of these in here, but I don't have this one that Taya was asking about. I'll show you. Let's see here.
Why is that penguin green?
Probably because it's not a penguin. I'll have to check and see what that was. I'm trying to find the hamster here because it's adorable. Some of these I had in other books, but like the anteater I didn't. The seahorse I didn't. I don't think I had the seagull. Let me see. Here's the hamster. I didn't have this. And that's what made me love this book. Isn't that adorable? And there's another one in here. It's called Sammy the Seal. And I almost started it the other day. Here it is. I didn't have this one either, but can you see that? It's so cute. So this is, you can see here, like I have that turtle on another book. I have that monkey on another book. I think I might have the crab. But there are enough in here that it makes it worthwhile. Because I don't know if I'm going to get more of the books. I just want to get the best of.
And that's what you have now.
And that's what I have here. So because like I said, I already have 6 or 7 of them. And I want to see what Taya was talking about.
That one.
This bird right here. This is a hummingbird.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
That's a hummingbird. And they tell you who does it. Like this is Unique Crafts, who is Noah McLeary. And I don't know if that's a boy or a girl because usually I have a friend named Noah,
that's right.
and she's a girl, but she spells it Noa.
Yeah.
This person spells it Noah, which makes me think it's a man.
A guy, yeah.
So, but anyway, I don't think that Petra Moose is in here this time. She usually has at least one in here.
Yeah.
In these things, and I love her. She's fantastic.
Well, who does the moose?
I don't know.
Actually, giraffe kind of almost look at one.
No, that's not Petra Moose. I think she does have one in here. I just don't remember which one it is, and I'll find it later probably because
well, if you go to the index it'll be there or not, there's a pattern list at the beginning, but yeah, I don't have any.
Let's see here. I'm pretty sure she has one here. She usually does. I can't read this very well, so
let me. You have other stash information, and I don't, so I'll look through here.
Okay.
And if you saw me make a weird face a couple seconds ago, my pharmacist sent me what looks like might be a video of her baby. Oh, so I will have to watch that later.
I got a package of scapulars that we wear. This is Our Lady of Mount Carmel, and they break, so you need to have you have to have spares. And then this, I got this as part of my Lenten program. I'm still not really sure what I'm doing for Lent. This is put out by Word on Fire, which is Bishop Barron, as Reflections for Lent and Easter. And I didn't realize how long some of these are, and I figure that I will do these as I can fit it in. Because my problem with Lent is I tend to do, I have big eyes, and I have big intentions, and I get stressed because I try to do much. But this will be a really nice, like on Sunday, or if I have a little extra time, and I can just say, okay, let me see what today's reading is. You know, the reading, and maybe there's a little reflection. There's prayers in here. And it's not like they're overly long. I just don't quite understand how they're divided. And so this will be interesting to look at. I didn't actually get this with the intention of doing it this year necessarily, because that's it.
Yep, well, for the penguin.
Yes, that's it.
And it has the
eyebrows.
Not eyebrows. It's
yeah.
It was not really eyebrows.
It's where you're. It's inside your eye socket. You have it right here.
Yeah, but it surrounds the eyes.
Yeah.
It's more of like where your eye.
She's fabulous.
Yes.
I love her. She's amazing.
Eyelids.
She was one of the ones who said we shouldn't buy 2 because
yes.
We said no. You put work into it. We're going to buy 2, but thank you. We've had a couple people say that. I think Kay said that to us too.
I think you're right.
But because we'd end up buying the same pattern, we're like, no, you put the work in it. We'll pay for it, but thank you. But yeah, so this has some really nice things in it. I'm looking forward to it. Even if I just say, okay, whoops. Even if I say, okay, let me see. I got a little time during this period of Lent. I'm going to read this poem or this reflection or whatever. There's hymns in here. There's poems. There's homilies.
Well, it sounds like something that's not really time sensitive.
Yeah, I mean they do have the dates like Ash Wednesday.
But you can pop around.
But you can within that week, you know. And the good thing about this is that it doesn't have specific. We have a I can't remember if it's the Sundays. The Sundays are on a 3-tier kind of schedule, A, B, and C, and the weekdays I think are on 2, A, and B. I think that's what it is.
Was it Huey, Dewey, and Louie who used to dress like this?
Yes, but I can't remember. So anyway, one of our Catholic viewers can remind me. I can look it up, but I can't remember. There's a 3-day cycle and a 3-week cycle and a 2-week cycle, depending on whether it's daily mass or if it's Sunday. And there's not a whole lot of changes during things like Lent and Advent, and then we had, I don't know how much of these I showed you before. Christina has been very generous. I don't remember if I showed, did I show this one already? No, wait a minute.
The most recent one you did not.
Okay, I don't remember which one.
I think that was this one. This one. Because
This
it had
is
this
yeah.
on
So
here.
we showed this one already. Christina has, she spoils us and she spoils you. She sent us this really neat brochure. I thought it was just a map, but it's a brochure of, of where she lives.
Because she lives in it's a work village, isn't it? It's like...
Yeah, it's something, her husband works with the dams or something. So, this is kind of cool. And then, she sent prizes. So these two will probably go together. One is sugar and cream stripes, and this one is Scrubby Red Heart. These are great for making those things to wash your dishes with. And then this one goes by itself. This is Woolen Boon Wicked Pretty Yarn for All. And this is a 4-ply fingering sock, 100% superwash merino, 438 yards, 100 grams. Isn't that pretty? It's got, it's cream base.
It's kind of, it makes me think a little bit of one of the autism awareness colorways that
Heidi did.
Heidi did. The last
It's a little
one.
darker though.
It is a little
'Cause it's
darker.
got
The
the
other
brown.
one's more white.
This is a speckled yarn.
And like that one was too.
This is really pretty. It'd make a nice owl or something. But it's a fingering sock. If you want to make a fingering sock owl, I think I would kill myself if I had to do that fingering weight sock. But anyway, so thank you very, very much, Christina, for your generosity. We very much appreciate it. This will go in the prize bin. And thank you for your support in all ways. That takes care of that. I think that's all.
Good, I'm tired.
Yeah, I think that's all of it. So, I noticed that you were getting tired. So we're just gonna have to probably cut this short. My colonoscopy went well, for those of you who wondered when you heard me say it. So I thank you for the prayers that I was receiving for that. And I ask for prayers for my husband's tomorrow. And we want to thank everybody who has commented on the video, either in YouTube or on the threads, because I know they've been in both places. I think I got everybody. We want to thank Rena, I Know Who You Are, Jodadiah, Looney Hiker, Paula, Gail, Margaret, Meditative Crafter, Catherine, Wendy, who's MacGyver, and Christina, and anyone else who may have commented anywhere else I didn't see because I had my show notes in. We want to wish you all a very blessed, happy week full of knitting, crocheting, whatever makes you happy to do and to just enjoy your week. And we hope to see you next week for the Foot in the Woman Cave. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast. I think I said it was episode 542 or something like that. Whatever it is. And that's a wrap.
Bye.
Bye. God bless.